wrong. Despite all the challenges, it was so worth it to be able to work with these kids every day. We're so fortunate to have gotten to work with this cast for our first production. From day one in auditions to our opening night, the growth that we've seen from each member of the cast is incredible. We've seen them come out of their shells and grow in confidence, and we couldn't be more proud. Watching them go from strangers to best friends has been the best part about this experience. We are so lucky to have gotten to know such hardworking and genuine individuals. The memories made in this production will last forever, and we truly cannot express how proud we are of our amazing cast.
And with all that being said, none of this would have been possible without the unwavering support and generosity we have received. First, we'd like to thank the administration and custodial staff of the Joyce Middle School and the Woodburn Memorial High School for allowing us to use their facilities. We'd also like to extend our gratitude to Ms. Tifo, Ms. Reed, and Mr. Quayle for their support and advice throughout this process. Thank you to the families of our cast for allowing us to work with your amazing children, and for our own families for dealing with the craziness that came with this production. To Mr. Gilberti, thank you for being there for us and believing in our idea and giving us the courage we need to get this off the ground. Everything we know we've learned from you. And, of course, thank you for letting us destroy your room and steal your closet space for months without any complaints. To Mr. Thomas up in the booth, thank you for volunteering your time and knowledge on tech and for making sure everything runs smoothly. Without your efforts, the show would not go on. To Kate Greer, our lovely friend and stage manager, and both the JMS and WMHS tech crews for working tirelessly behind the scenes. And finally, to our mentors and advisors for this production, Mr. Herndon and Mr. Briggio. Whether it was working on sets until 11 on a Friday night or managing 40 crazy children every day after school, they were always up for the challenge without thinking twice. We cannot thank you enough for the amount of time and effort you put into this production. Despite the long hours, you were always there with a smile on your face and positive attitudes, keeping the cast enthusiastic and the three of us sane. And to all of you in the audience, thank you for being here, and we hope you enjoy the show.
Okay, before we start, just a couple formalities. For the safety of our cast and crew, cell phones and other recording devices are strictly prohibited. In the case of an unlikely emergency, please take note of the exit nearest to your seat. Out of respect for the actors, please refrain from any flash photography. Now, sit back, relax, and take a glimpse into the hard knock life.
No, you're keeping us awake.
You want to make something out of it?
How about I make a pancake out of you? Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. They're fighting and I won't get no sleep all night.
All right, Olivia, go back to sleep. It's all right, Ollie. Annie's here.
It was my mama, Annie. We was riding on the ferry boat and she was holding me up to see all the big ships. But then I couldn't find her no more.
Well, it was only a dream, honey. Now go back to sleep. It's after 3 o'clock.
Annie, read me your note again, please.
Here it goes again.
Please take care of our little darling. Her name is Annie.
She was born on October 28th. We will be back to get her soon.
We left half a silver locket around her neck and kept the other half.
So that when we come back for her, you'll know that she's our baby.
Oh my goodness. Now they're laughing.
All right, Olivia, do you want to go to sleep with your teeth inside of your mouth or out?
Gee, I dream of having mother and father again, but you're lucky. You really got them.
I know. Somewhere.
Maybe far away, or maybe real nearby. He may be pouring her coffee. She may be straightening his tie. Maybe in a house all hidden by a hill. She's sitting playing piano. He's sitting paying a bill. Bet you they're young. Bet you they're smart. Bet they collect things like ashtrays and art. Bet you they're good. Why shouldn't they be? Their one mistake was giving up me. So maybe now this time
me and they were coming back for me.
That was 1922. This is 1933. Get up! Now, for this one's shenanigans, you'll all get down on your knobby little knees and clean this dump till it shines like the top of the Chrysler building.
But it's 4 o'clock in the morning.
But it's 4 o'clock in the morning. Get to work. Why any kid would want to be an orphan? I'll never know.
It's the hard knock life for us. It's the hard knock life for us.
Getting treated,
We get tricked.
getting kisses.
We get kicked. It's the hard knock life. Got no folks to speak of, so it's the hard knock road. We hope.
Cotton blankets,
Set up full.
empty bellies.
Set up full. It's the hard knock life.
Don't it feel like the wind is always howling?
Don't it seem like there's never any lives? Once a day, don't you want to throw the towel in? It's easier than putting up a fight.
No one's there when your dreams tonight get creepy.
No one cares if you grow or if you shrink. No one cries when your eyes get wet and weepy.
From the crying, you would think this place would sing. Oh, empty belly life, rotten smelly life, full of sorrow life, no tomorrow life.
Santa Claus we never see.
Santa Claus, what's that? Who's he?
No one cares for you, a smidge, when you're in an orphanage. It's the hard knock life.
You'll stay up till this dump shines like the top of the Chrysler building.
Yank the whiskers from her chin. Jab her with a sticky pin. Make her drink a Mickey pin. I love you, Miss Hannigan.
Get to work. Strip them beds. I said get to work.
It's a hard knock life for us. Merry Christmas for us. Merry Christmas for you, a smidge.
Merry Christmas.
Orphanage. It's the hard knock life. It's the hard knock life. It's the hard knock life.
Good morning, children.
Good morning, Miss Hannigan.
Well,
I love you, Miss Hannigan.
I love you, Miss Hannigan.
you, what are you doing in there?
Nothing.
Get her out of there. Your days are numbered. All right, breakfast.
Hot mush. Yuck.
No, not hot mush. Cold mush. And after your mush, you'll go straight to your sewing machines. There's an order of dresses to finish if you have to work straight through to midnight.
Yes, Miss Hannigan.
The line up.
Laundry, laundryman.
Morning, bundles.
Morning, kids. Clean sheets once a month, whether you need them or not. Hey, Aggie. Has the prettiest gal said 14th Street.
Bundles, get out of here with that laundry.
So long, gorgeous, and Merry Christmas.
Huh, you call this place clean, Annie? This place is a pigsty. Annie? Annie?
Annie ain't here.
What do you mean Annie ain't here?
She just left with Mr. Bundles in the laundry bag.
Bundles! Police! Police!
No more hard knock life for Annie. Lucky duck, she got away. But we're gonna have to pay. Gonna get our faces slapped. Gonna get our knuckles wrapped.
It's the hard knock life. It's the hard knock life.
but you ain't they. Well, they're after me too, and I ain't gonna let them get you or me. Everything's gonna be fine for the both of us. If not today, well, the sun will come out tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow there'll be sun. Just thinking about tomorrow clears away the cobwebs and the sorrow till there's none. When I'm stuck with a day that's gray and lonely, I just stick out my chin and grin and say, the sun will come out tomorrow, so you gotta hang on till tomorrow. Come what may, tomorrow I love you. You're always a day away.
Hey you, little girl, come here.
Yes, officer?
That dog there, ain't he a stray?
A stray? Oh, no, sir. He's my dog.
You're a dog, huh? So what's his name?
His name is, Sandy. Right. I call him Sandy because of his nice sandy color.
Okay, let's see if he answers to his name.
Well, you see, officer, I just got him, and sometimes...
Call him.
Here, Sandy. Here, boy. Sandy. Good Sandy. Good old Sandy.
Next time I see you guys, I want to see him on a leash with a license, or else he gets sent to the pound.
Yes, sir. I understand.
I'll get along with you before you catch the death in this cold weather.
I don't mind the weather. When I'm stuck with that day that's gray and lonely, I just stick up my chin and grin and say, the sun will
in the Hoover Oil down to the river with a bunch of bums.
They weren't bums.
Had a man came out with her, but he got away.
Oh, poor pumpkin, out in the freezing cold with nothing but this thin sweater. I hope you didn't catch influenza. Thanks again, officer.
On the line of duty. And you, don't let me hear you run again away from this nice lady. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, officer. The next time you walk out that door, it'll be 1953. Well, are you glad to be back?
Yes, Miss Hannigan.
Liar! What's the one thing I always taught you? Never tell a lie!
Good afternoon, Miss Hannigan.
Yes?
I'm Grace Farrell, private secretary to Oliver Warbucks.
The Oliver Warbucks, the millionaire?
Mr. Warbucks has decided to invite an orphan to spend the Christmas holiday at his home.
What sort of orphan did he have in mind?
Well, she should be friendly and intelligent.
Mississippi. Capital M-I-S-S-I-S-S-I-P-I. Mississippi.
And cheerful.
You shut up! And how old?
Oh, age doesn't really matter. Say 8 or 9, 10. 11? Yes, 11 would be perfect. And oh, I almost forgot. Mr. Warbucks prefers redheaded children.
11, a redhead. Sorry, we don't have any orphans like that here.
What about this child right here?
Oh, Annie, you don't want her.
Annie, would you like to spend the next 2 weeks at Mr. Warbucks' house?
Oh boy, I would love to.
You can have any orphan here, but not Annie.
Well, perhaps I should call the Board of Orphans and...
If it's Annie you want, it's Annie you get.
It's Annie I want.
Oh boy.
If you'll get her coat, I'll take her along right now.
She don't have no coat.
Then we'll buy her one.
Oh boy.
Come on, Annie. Mr. Warbucks' limousine is outside.
Oh boy, I can hardly believe it.
She can hardly believe it.
Bye kids, I'm getting out of here for Christmas. All right, Tia.
Bye, Annie.
Someday I'll land in the nut house with all the nuts and the squirrels. There I'll stay tucked away till the prohibition of little
Good afternoon, Miss Farrell.
Good afternoon, Drake, everyone.
Good afternoon, miss.
Has Mr. Warbucks arrived yet?
No, miss. We're expecting him any minute.
Do you really live here? Or is this just a train station?
We really live here. Now, would you all come here for a moment, please?
Quickly, everyone.
This is Annie. She'll be with us for Christmas. Annie, this is everyone.
Hi everyone.
May I take your coat, miss?
Will I get it back?
Of course, dear. Now, what do you want to do first?
The floors. I'll clean them first. Then I'll get to the windows.
Annie, you won't have to do any cleaning. You're a guest. And for the next 2 weeks, you're going to have a swell time. Now. Cecile will pick out all your
Green is her best color.
No, blue, I think. Your bath is drawn by Mrs. Annette comes in to make your bed.
I think I'm gonna like it here.
When you wake, ring for Drake. Drake will bring your tray. When you're through, Mrs. Pugh comes to take it away. No need to pick up any toys.
That's okay, haven't got me anyway.
No finger will you lift, my dear. We have one request. Please put us to the test. I know I'm gonna like it here.
Used to room in a tomb where I'd sit and freeze. Get me now, holy cow! Could someone pinch me, please?
She didn't mean it. We've never had a little girl.
Never had a little.
I'm very glad to volunteer. We hope you understand. Your wishes are command. When I am gonna like it here.
Welcome.
Where is everybody? Hello, everybody.
Welcome home, Mr. Warbucks.
It's good to be home.
How was your flight from Chicago?
Not bad. It only took 11 hours. Grace,
Mr. President wants you to call him at the White House.
I'll get back to him tomorrow.
Mr. Warbucks.
All right. Good to see you all again. Drake, dismiss the staff.
Yes, sir.
Now, Grace, if you'll get your notebook. Who is that?
This is Annie, Mr. Warbucks, the orphan who'll be with us for Christmas.
That's not a boy. Orphans are boys.
I'm sorry, sir, you just said orphan, so I chose a girl.
I guess she'll have to do. Annie, huh? Annie what?
Oh, I'm just Andy, Mr. Warbucks. I ain't got any last name. And I'm sorry I'm not a boy.
Not at all. I couldn't be happier. Now, Grace, we'll start on the figures with the iron ore shipment from Toledo to... What are we supposed to do with this child?
It's her first night here, sir.
All right, Annie. I guess we ought to do something special on your first night. Would you like to go to a movie?
I've never been to one.
Then you'll go to the Roxy, and then an ice cream soda at Rumpelmayer's and a handsome cab ride around Central Park.
Oh, boy!
Grace, forget about those dictations for tonight. You'll take Annie to the movies.
Yes, sir.
Aw, gee.
Something the matter, Annie?
Well, I just thought you were going to take me.
Oh no, I'm afraid I'll be far too busy tonight.
Oh, that's okay.
Annie, I've just been away for 6 weeks, and when a man is running a multi-billion-dollar corporation...
It's okay, Mr. Warbucks. I understand.
Drake, get our coats.
Yes, sir.
Oh, boy!
Which car will you be wanting, sir?
The Duesenberg. No, wait. The child's been cooped up in an orphanage. We'll walk.
Walk to the Roxy?
Why not? It's only 45 blocks.
Yes, sir.
There's no air like the air of New York City. Come on, you slowpokes. We gotta get to the Roxy before the prices change.
NYC, the shimmer of Times Square, the pulse, the beat, the drive. NYC, you might say that I'm square, but wow, I come alive. The city's bright as a penny arcade. It blinks, it tilts, it rings. To think that I've lived here all of my life and never seen these things. NYC, the whole world keeps coming. By bus, by train, you can't explain their gang. NYC, just got here this morning. $3, 2 bags, 1 me. NYC, I give fair warning. Up there in the lights, I'll be. Where's the girl? They say love the best. California, fix your liver, defend it from the past. NYC, to a penthouse. That's way up high to write the why not? It's NYC. NYC, you're standing lonely. You got, you're still the champ.
Popcorn. What would you say to some popcorn? I haven't had popcorn since.
Give in, don't fight. Good girl, good night. Sleep tight in NYC.
Once again, we bring you the romance of Helen Trent, who sets out to prove that just because a woman is 35 or more, romance in life need not be over.
God, I hope not.
Good afternoon, Miss Hannigan.
What's the matter? Warbuck's fed up with Annie already?
On the contrary, Miss Hannigan, this has to be signed and sent to the Board of Orphans no later than 10 o'clock tomorrow.
What for?
Because Mr. Warbucks is so taken with Annie that he wants to adopt her.
Annie, the daughter of a millionaire?
The daughter of a billionaire.
Would you excuse me for one moment, please? Got any more wonderful news?
Merry Christmas, Miss Hannigan.
Oops, pardon me, Toots. Hiya, sis. Long time no see.
Rooster, they finally let you out of prison. What were you in for this time?
Yeah, some old geezer said I swindled him at $1,100.
Why'd he say that?
Swindled him out of $1,100.
Sis, I'd like to meet a friend of mine from
Jersey City.
Rooster, do me a favor. Get out of here.
So who was the doll I bumped into when I come in? Looked like she had a couple of dollars.
She works for Oliver Warbucks.
The Oliver Warbucks?
Annie, one of the orphans from here, is getting adopted by him.
Crummy orphan.
Yeah, living in the lap of luxury while the two Hannigan kids ended up on the skids. It ain't fair how we scrounge for $3 or $4, while she gets $4.
The little brat. It ain't fair, this here life is driving me nuts. While we get peanuts, she's living fat.
Maybe she holds the key, that little lady.
To getting more bucks.
Instead of less. Maybe we fix the game with something shady.
Where does that put us?
Give you one guess.
Yes!
Easy street. Easy
Street. Annie is the
key. Yes-a-ree, yes-a-ree, yes-a-ree. Yeah! Easy street. Easy street. That's where we're gonna be.
Yes, Mr. President. No, I'm not asking for your help, but I'm telling you, you've got to do something. All right, we'll talk about it on Friday. Listen, Mr. President, why don't we bury the hatchet and you come here with Mrs. Roosevelt for supper on Christmas Eve? You will? Wonderful. Goodbye, Mr. President. Grace, find out what Democrats eat.
Yes, sir.
Box from Tiffany's?
Correct. This morning.
Fine. I'm going to give it to her and tell her I want to adopt her.
She's going to be the happiest little girl in the world.
Get her down here.
Yes, sir.
Annie, can we have a man-to-man talk?
You're sending me back to the orphanage, aren't you?
Of course not. Annie, I was born into a very poor family, and both of my parents died before they were 10. So I made a promise to myself. No matter how long it took, someday, somehow, I was going to be rich. Very rich.
That was a good idea.
But lately I've realized something. No matter how much money you've got, if you're alone, if you have no one to spend your life with, then you might as well be broke. I was in Tiffany's yesterday, and I picked this up for you.
Gee, thanks, Mr. Warbucks. Oh, gee.
It's a silver locket, Annie. I noticed the old broken one you always wear, and I said to myself, I'm going to get that kid a nice new locket. So we'll just take this old one off and...
No, I don't want a new one.
Is something wrong, Annie?
Well, it's just that my parents, when they left me there at the orphanage, they left this locket with me. They have the other half. And they left a note saying they were coming back for me.
I'll find them. I'll find your parents for you.
It's all right. Mr. Roberts will find your mother and father. If he has to put everyone in his organization on the job, if he has to pull every political string that there is to pull.
Up to and including the White House.
Really?
Really. Now, Annie, give me your locket.
But Mr. Warbucks.
It'll be all right. I'm just going to give it to the FBI to trace and find out who your parents really are.
And maybe this should have my note, too.
Annie, you watch. You may be meeting your mother and father within a couple of days.
Really?
Really?
Oh boy, I gotta write a letter to the kids about this.
What a thing to occur, finding them, losing her. You won't be an orphan for long.
And pretty soon, I'm gonna be on the radio. So listen in, okay, guys?
So maybe now this time, and maybe when I ring, they'll be there calling me maybe. So maybe now this time, the last one of its kind. Won't you please come get your baby,
Thank you, Annie, and welcome to America's favorite radio program, the Occidental Hour of Smiles, starring your old softie, Bert Healy. And good evening, Oliver Warbucks. It's nice of you to drop by.
Good evening, Bert Healy. It is nice to be here.
Oliver Warbucks, I understand you have something to tell the folks at home about little Annie here.
Yes, Bert Healy. I am now conducting a coast-to-coast nationwide search for Annie's parents. Furthermore, I am offering a certified check of $50,000 to anyone who can prove they are Annie's parents.
Wow! So, Annie's parents, if you're listening in, write to Oliver Warbucks, care of this station. Thank you, Oliver Warbucks.
Thank you, Bert Healy.
Well, I see by the old clock on the wall that another of our Thursday night get-togethers has gone by faster than you can say Occidental. Yes, this is your old softie, Mrs. Healy's boy, Bert, saying, until next week, same time, same station, thank you, and good night.
Gee, Annie on the radio, coast to coast. She's famous.
I wish I was on the radio.
Me too.
Who wants to be on the dumb radio anyway?
I do. So for all the Hour of Smiles family, this is Bert Healy saying, hey hobo man, hey dapper Dan, you both got your style, but brother you're never fully dressed without a smile. Your clothes may be pro-grumbly, they
reward. $50,000. What I couldn't do with $50,000.
Excuse us, ma'am. Are you the lady that runs this here orphanage?
Yeah, what do you want?
Ma'am, was you working here 11 years ago?
Yeah.
Well, we had terrible troubles back then, and we needed to leave a baby here on the front stoop.
Our little girl, our Annie.
Your Annie's parents? I can't believe it. Where'd you say you come from again?
A little farm up in Canada with lots of chickens and ducks and geese and roosters! Gotcha, sis!
Rooster, I never would have known it was you in 100 years.
Fooled you, Aggie, and we're gonna fool Warbucks too.
Get ourselves 50,000 big ones.
But we need your help, sis, for details on Annie that'll help us pull this thing off.
What's in it for me?
3-way split.
Half.
Half?
Half.
25 grand each, but we gotta do it fast. Get the kid, get the cash, and get out of town.
The kid's the problem. What do we do with her afterward?
No problem. When I want something to disappear, it disappears. For good. We get the 50 grand, we blow this crummy town, and you and me will meet you.
Where? Oh, yeah.
Easy street, easy street. Annie is the key. Yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir. Yeah. Easy street, easy street. That's where we're gonna be.
Well, Miss Farrell, I'm sorry, Annie. I've spoken to more than 1,000 people claiming to be your parents, but they were all liars and fakes.
Are you certain?
Yes, sir. None of them knew about the locket. I'm so sorry.
I was sure someone was going to be my mother and father.
Mr. Warbucks, this should just come by special messenger from the FBI.
Ah, finally. Agent Gunderson has located the manufacturer of Annie's locket in Utica, New York.
Oh, boy!
Over 90,000 were made and sold.
Oh, gee.
Annie, I'm afraid the FBI doesn't think there's a chance in a million of you tracing your parents to the locket. I'm sorry.
That's all right, Mr. Warbucks. Because I know you did your best.
Grace, do you have those legal papers I gave you the other day?
Right here.
Annie, I want to adopt you.
Adopt me?
Yes or no?
Well, I guess if I can't have my real parents, there's no one I'd rather have for a father than you, Mr. Warbucks.
Annie, this isn't just going to be an adoption. It's going to be a celebration. You can have anyone in the world you would like to come. Who would you like?
Well, I guess I'd like Miss Farrell here, and Mr. Drake, and Miss Pugh, and well, everyone!
Drake,
Yes, sir?
tell the staff to get spiffed up. They're going to be guests at Annie's adoption party.
Yes, sir.
why don't you have the orphans come too?
Oh, yes. The orphans should come.
And Miss Hannigan, she did raise you for most of your life. Annie, I'm the luckiest man in the world.
And I'm the luckiest kid.
Together at last, together forever. We're tying a knot they never can sever. I don't need sunshine now to turn my skies to blue. I don't need anything but you.
Yesterday was plain awful.
You can say that again,
Yesterday was plain awful.
but that's
Not now.
then.
I'm poor as a mouse.
I'm richer than Midas, but nothing on earth could ever divide us. And if tomorrow I'm an apple seller too, I don't need anything,
Anything.
anything. I don't need anything but you.
Excuse us, folks. Surely, look, there's our Annie.
Who are you? Honey, where are your mom and dad?
Mudge is the name, Ralph Mudge.
And you're
This is the wife.
And you're Annie Mudge.
Annie Mudge?
We loved you, Annie, but we had to leave you behind.
I'll be expecting you'll be wanting proof of who we are. Here's our driver's licenses and Annie's birth certificate.
Baby girl, name Anne Elizabeth Mudge, born to Ralph and Shirley Mudge on October 28th, 1922.
October 28th. That's my birthday.
Ralph, look, she's wearing the locket.
When we left Annie at the orphanage, we left half a silver locket with her and kept the other half. It fits perfectly.
Oh, thank God, Ralph. She's our Annie.
Mr. Mudge, what about the money?
Well, we ain't got much, but we're glad to give you whatever.
You haven't heard? I've offered a certified check of $50,000 to anyone who can prove they're Annie's parents.
No, sir. And anyway, we don't want no money.
On the other hand, Ralph, remember that little pig farm out in New Jersey? With $50,000, we could afford to bring Annie up right, in the country.
Would it be all right with you if Annie stayed here until tomorrow morning, Christmas, and then you can come back and pick Annie and the check up?
Whatever you prefer, sir.
Bye, Annie, love.
Until tomorrow morning, honey. Then you'll be spending the rest of your life with us. Oops, pardon me, Toots. Merry Christmas.
Well, this is
Wonderful.
straight champagne.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. We have just had the most wonderful news in the world. Annie has found her mother and father. To Annie Mudge.
To Annie Mudge. Annie!
I've lost her. I've lost Annie.
It's feeling that I've seen that Mr. Mudge before, and that he isn't who he says he is.
Then we won't give her up till we're certain.
But how?
I'll find a way. I'll go straight to the president, even if he is a Democrat. Miss Annie. You're up early.
You're up early, too.
We've been up all night, dear. FBI men coming and going. Did you know the President of the United States is here?
Really?
Mr. President?
Merry Christmas, Mr. President.
Merry Christmas, Annie. Annie, early this morning, FBI Director Hoover telephoned me with some very sad news. He succeeded in tracing the identity of your parents.
Yes, Mr. and Mrs. Mudge?
No, dear. David and Margaret Bennett. Annie?
Annie, your mother and father passed away a very long time ago.
So you mean I'm an orphan after all?
Annie, I love you.
Love you, Mr. Woodbucks.
Now, who the heck are Ralph and Shirley Mudge?
Well, the birth certificate could have easily been forged, but nobody knew about the locket except us.
And the FBI, of course.
And Miss Hannigan.
And Miss Hannigan.
Miss Hannigan, sir, and the children from the orphanage.
Hi, kids!
Ah, Miss Hannigan. I'm delighted to meet you.
Same here, and I'd know you anywhere.
Now, Miss Hannigan, let me introduce you to everyone. You already know my secretary, Miss Farrell. And this is the President of the United States. But this is my butler, Drake.
Look, kids, there's presents for all of us!
Mr. Warbucks, this has just come from the FBI.
Now it all fits together.
Sir, Mr. and Mrs. Mudge. Good morning.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, one and all.
Well, we don't want to bother you on Christmas Day and all. We just came here to pick up the check.
Here you go. $50,000. Certified.
Certified. Paid to the order of. The jig is up.
Yes, the jig is up, Daniel Francis Hannigan.
Also known as Rooster Hannigan, also known as Ralph Mudge, also known as Danny the Dick.
Lewis, turn them over. Yes, sir.
And I believe you'll find that this woman is their accomplice.
What? I had never seen these people until yesterday.
Oh, come off it, Aggie.
Annie, tell them how good and kind I always was to you.
Well, remember the one thing you always taught me, Miss Hannigan? Never tell a lie.
Brat!
Miss Hannigan's gone for good!
And you won't have to work anymore.
Yes, sir. For you. Perhaps for all of us. This Christmas is going to be the beginning of a wonderful new life. A new deal. Hey, I bet you like that. New deal.
So do I, Franklin. A new deal. The sun will come out tomorrow, so you're gonna hang on to tomorrow.
just said it all. I don't have to say anything. But I will. I have a microphone on a TV. Can't help it. These three amazing, amazing young women came to me in June of last year. I think they were eating lunch in my room, and I overhear them talking about this grand plan. Like, here are three dreamers. Yeah, this is going to really work. But I'm listening, and I'm like, I'm liking what I hear. And kind of insulted that they're not going to ask me to take part. So I step in. This sounds like fun. Let's do it. But this is going to take a lot of work. So I said to them, you need to kind of draft up a plan. Administration's going to want to know what we're doing here. A couple days later, 15-page PowerPoint. Like, I think you're going to make this work. They go to see Mr. Quayle, they go see Miss Callahan, no problem. So I'm thinking, all right, what's this really going to be, right? I think you just saw what it's going to be. The amount of time, effort, love, dedication, you name it, I can go on, adjective after adjective. They were here on Fridays for the last month from 7 a.m. in the morning to 10 a.m. at night. 10 p.m. It's been a long week. 10 p.m. at night. And again, the sets. I don't think Megan's allowed in Lowe's anymore. Everything they put together and put into this show, they poured their hearts and souls into it for these amazing kids. I mean, your children back here, those of you that are parents in the audience, I can't imagine the pride you must feel after seeing something like that. I'm going to give the mic to Mr. Harnden. I probably talked enough, but thank you all so much for coming. We really appreciate it.
I'll be brief. Back in June, when they came up with this idea, they knew they needed someone at the middle school, so they came to me. They told me everything. They told Mr. Briggio, and what really touched me is they said they wanted to improve the arts and theater program here in Woodburn, especially at the high school, to get these kids ready. And what really blew me away is that our 6th and 7th graders, by the time they get to the high school, they're not going to be here anymore. They weren't thinking about themselves. They're thinking about leaving a legacy here in Woodburn. That's all I needed to hear. Then I met our cast at auditions in November, and I was blown away from the first audition to what we just saw, every step of the process, and the amount of growth that we have seen in these kids, not just on stage, but in the classroom. Every aspect of their life has been phenomenal. I can't wait till next year. So, we have a little gift that we want to give you from the cast. So, Kate, if you would. Thank you for coming, and good night.